Hi guys, and welcome to the deck review of the Red Fox playing cards. I was very lucky and got sent a pre-Kickstarter prototype of the deck, and trust me, this thing is stunning. So before I get into the unboxing and what I got in the package, let's have a look at the cards. You see what I mean? These things are incredible, right? So they're beautifully hand-drawn, and literally every part of it is hand-drawn. None of it is logo, image stuck onto a card. The whole thing is drawn front to back, and it's full of secrets. You might have caught a little bit on the B-roll there that the red glasses and everything else. I'm going to show you all of that now. Thank you very much to Red Fox Playing Cards for the preview of the deck. Very, very kind of you to send those out. I'm in love with the cards. I will be getting some. They will be available on Kickstarter on October the 29th. So Kickstarter's all been approved, and it will be live on the 29th of October. So if you're on Kickstarter, keep an eye out for those Red Fox playing cards. Let's have a look in the box. Okay, so let's look at what you get. Now, this is what I got from the guys at Red Fox Playing Cards. I thought I was going to get a deck of cards. I ended up getting a deck of cards plus glasses. I know, right? So it seems like an odd thing to get with a deck of cards, but when you see why you get these, you'll realize how very, very cool this deck is. And a little stretch goal that they've thought about doing, which I will show you in just a second. But the cards come in a glossed box, so it's got a gloss feel to it rather than matte. Again, it's hand drawn, as you can see all the way around. Beautiful detail. The fox wraps itself round, so I'm assuming you can get 3 decks and put them side by side, and they'll all end up showing the fox, which is very cool. Red Fox playing cards down one side and version 1.0 on the other. The collector in me is hoping that they bring out 1.1 as their Kickstarter deck, so this 1.0 is very, very rare, but that's not for any sale on purpose, just because I like to have cool stuff. There is a reveal in the box of the 4 of hearts on the flap there, so nice and subtle. Otherwise, it's very, very uncluttered with wording, which is nice, just full of the beautiful design. The cards themselves are on regular, now I say regular premium stock. What I mean by this is it's not crushed premium stock. Crushed premium, as you know, you take them out of the box and they're like butter as soon as you spread them, and they're really, really smooth and slightly thinner feel because they're crushed. What I like about regular regular premium stock is that it's the same as a deck of bicycle cards. Now, bicycle cards are the ones that I use at my gigs all the time, right? So they're the ones I'm used to handling. They're the ones I practice with the most. So these don't feel odd. Now, with crushed stock, they're great. They're beautiful cards. I'm not knocking crushed stock, but I once took a deck of crushed stock bicycles, the Superior line, and they're amazing, but towards the end of a 2-hour gig, they were starting to get a little bit flimsy, where I've been using them all night and my hands were hot and the venue was hot and everything else. So if you want to practice with these for hours on end, they will hold up. If you want to take them to a gig, they will hold up. So that's what's nice about the regular premium stock. Now, they are thinking about doing a crushed premium stock as a stretch goal on the Kickstarter, so that is something to bear in mind. This is also one of the stretch goals on the Kickstarter, which I'll get to again in a second, because very, very, very cool little thing. Okay, so let's look at the cards themselves. The cards you get that are different, you obviously get a double backer, so that's one. The Ace of Spades, which everyone wants to see, is like a little toadstool house. You can imagine like an elf or a fairy living in, something from a very sort of Gummy Bears vibe. So you get the Ace of Spades, which is really, really nice. And obviously Little toadstool there looks like a spade, so nothing unusual. You get the jokers, which again are beautifully drawn. It's the red fox, one awake, one asleep. There's no kind of hidden card reveal. No, normally under the tail there'll be a 4 of clubs or something sticking out. There is nothing on there for that, which I really like, because I don't like the card reveals where it just looks like you looked at the Joker the first time and you just might not have noticed it because this tiny 2mm reveal appears somewhere in the design. So I like this, but there is actually a secret in these Jokers, but not the usual card reveal. So I'll get to that secret in a second. One guest magician in the royalty, in the royal cards, in the court cards, which is Chris Ramsey, is the king of clubs. And you may see on the Reddit page Chris Ramsey giving his okay for them to use that.
Hey, it's me! That is a pretty good looking king of clubs, if I do say so myself. You know, let's have a look at that. Look at that. That's actually pretty accurate. Hand drawn. Good job. Good job, my guy. You have my approval.
So well done, Chris, for being humble enough just to say, that's very cool. Thank you for the compliment. Yeah, so Chris made his way in there. And the other two that are different are the King and Queen of Hearts. And all they are, they've just made themselves the King and Queen of Hearts, which I think is absolutely fair, as they've made one of the most beautiful decks of the year. It really is very cool. So, yeah, and this lady here, the Queen of Hearts, is the artist behind the whole thing. As in, she's done all the drawing. Every card is hand drawn. None of that is a face put onto a regular plate. That everything is drawn from scratch. And when you see they're just so nice to look at. They're so good. So these are the cards you get. Everything else, I'll say they're regulation. They're not regulation. They are. They're still hand drawn, shaded. This shading goes from sort of the pink down through orange into yellow on the red cards. But the point is, it's the same size and placing of the pips on a regular deck. So if you want to do a color change, or you know, from regular card to drawn card, absolutely fire away. The clubs and the spades go from this dark blue through to this light green, which I think is just beautiful. They're really, really nice. And the way they've been printed, it looks like they could have been drawn on. They don't look printed of a draw. They look like they've been drawn on the deck, but in a very, very cool way. Again, the court cards are all the same, just hand drawn. So nice. The detail is incredible, and the ace is the same. All right, so you're getting a deck of cards that feels like a deck of cards, you know, sort of looks like a deck of cards, you know, but is the most custom version of that, as you can imagine, because it's literally been hand drawn. Superb work. Yeah, I really can't get over how cool these are. And the best part is, I've gone through all of this and we haven't even got into the good stuff yet. Let's have a look at the glasses and what they're for. Okay, so let's talk glasses and why they're here. These are a training tool. The glasses are a training tool. These are not to be used in performance. It's quite important you understand that. These aren't to be used whilst using the cards performing. They're a training tool. So you ever see that, you know, you see in film people like contact lenses, and through the contact lens you can see what the card is, but no one else can. Essentially, that's what they've done. So the back, you can see, it's got this beautifully intricate design. We'll use the 8 of Hearts as an example here. I'm going to get the other camera and get a close-up on this so you can see. But essentially, the top left corner, as always, is marked. But it's almost impossible to see, you know, not even with a glance, with a detailed look. You just can't see where the marking is. So to give you a hand with that, let me just change over to the other camera. Okay, to give you a hand with that, what they've done is they've hidden the marking so that when you look through a red filter, or in this case the red glasses, you can see it perfectly. So here you can see the 8 and the heart in the corner of the card. You need to sort of learn where these markings are, because so like the 2's on the step, but the king's over to the left, and the queen is, do you know what I mean, like the court cards on the left, the numbers are mostly on the steps, a bit around the door. So there is a whole bunch of places. It's not like one place tells you the same thing, so you really need to know where to look and how to catch that. So these glasses act as a means for you to be able to see that and learn where they are really quickly, so that when you stop using the glasses, your eyes are kind of trained as to where to look and what you're looking for, which I think is a really nice idea, because for people that haven't had the glasses or don't know anything about this marking, they can look at this all day long and they won't see it. Okay, so it's like a double layer of impossibility, which I think is very cool. There are also little Easter eggs in here as well. So if you put the glasses on and look at the Jokers, for example, you'll see, for no reason, it's just really cool that there's hidden messages in it. They say hello and goodbye on the Jokers. So that's just a really cool little touch that really there's nothing to do with magic. It's just very nice. So I'm not going to tell you about any more of the little bits. If you want to get the deck and put the glasses on and go through and just find all the little stuff, it's a really fun process, just finding all the bits they've hidden in there. So yeah, and you can put these on again if you don't use the deck for a couple of months and you're doing other stuff and you come back to it and you want to just quickly brush up on the marking system, pop these back on and away you go. So it's an original thing that from what I've ever seen with a deck of cards, and I think it's absolutely stunning. You get these with every pack you buy. I'm assuming if you buy a brick you won't get 12 pairs of glasses, would be daft, but for every order you get, you're going to get a pair of these so you can get yourself up to scratch on the marking system, which I think is beautiful. So well done everyone at Red Fox Playing Cards. Stunning.
Alright, to sum up, these cards are beautifully drawn, they're great to look at, they're handled great, they're handled just like a deck of regular bicycle cards, and they are the most used cards in the world for a reason. They're sick, they last. I don't have any bad words to say about these cards. They genuinely are incredible. So the Kickstarter goes live on the 29th of October. Alright guys, don't forget they've got stretch goals, which they were talking to me about. I don't know if they're going to be happening, I think they will, of crushed premium stock as a stretch goal. So you get the regular premium stock, they can get the crushed premium, which is what your cherries, your paradigm cards, all those cool things got the crushed stock. So the other stretch goal they're thinking of doing is this. Now it's really twee. And detailed impossible bottle with a little red fox in there. Now it's that big, and I love the fact it's that big. When they first showed it to me, I think I was going to get this thing, like a carding bottle, but this is just so cute, and it just sits on my desk and looks great. It's going to go up on the shelf with the deck of cards once this review is finished. I think it's a very cool stretch goal. It's again nice and original. You can tell they're handmade. Just beautiful, really really nice. So leave a comment below whether you'd like the premium crush stock as a stretch goal, or you'd like the impossible bottle, or both. All right, leave a comment below. Alright guys, that's the review. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you do give them some support over on Kickstarter. I'll leave the link below in the description. Also leave a link to their website. The website does also have images of all the card markings, so you can get to know them before the cards even arrive. But if I was you, wait till you've got them and use the glasses. It's so much more fun. Really really cool. Well done everyone at Red Fox Playing Cards. I can't say enough praise for the cards, the secrets, the hand drawn style of the card, just everything about them very very cool. So well done and good luck with Kickstarter. I hope everyone gets involved. Big love, peace out.